Hey, Viola Rules here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So, in the last episode, we found out that Sayori has crippling, severe depression. Sorry, and yeah, and I feel like our character kind of made it worse. So, that's unfortunate. But yeah. Anyway, it's time to bake with Natsuki. I spent only a few minutes back home, anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Hello. That's a nice outfit. What's up? Hey. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison, and she has a little cat on her shirt. I like that. Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. We have a nice house. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Probably didn't have any of them. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she's a little different outside of school after all? Does it matter? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Viola? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What? That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like... Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki. Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. Wow, I tripped over the word nicer. Wow. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Like you, Mr. Protagonist. Though I think you're into every body type. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get all sour. Oh, wait, I was the one who said let's just get started already. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Viola. Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now, finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Okay, and 5 hours later. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilt fluids, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. Wow, okay. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. Yoa, where'd you put the food coloring? The batter is going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... Come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Oh, that does look pretty cool. See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? Recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes, and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. Wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Oh wow, that's a lot of work. Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, our character doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, yeah. It'll just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the batter has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. That's disgusting. I hope you washed your hands. I reluctantly start to do the same. Hey! Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. What, and your fingers aren't gross? Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Is this necessary? It doesn't seem like it. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I'd like to see you try. I push harder just enough for my finger to reach the icing. Triumphantly scoop some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big glob of icing on Natsuki's cheek. Ah, I see. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away. You know you have... Well, I guess she's holding the bowl, and her other hand is preoccupied, so... I guess that's why she did that? Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Ah, I see we have her pinned to the wall. That's not sexual at all. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and I put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Ew, God. What? Did you seriously just... Oh. Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. Viola, you really shouldn't do that kind of thing to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? What in the world was that sentence? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Probably because we're on her. Could you please back off? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? I don't know, but you should probably stop whatever it is you're doing. And nowhere the fire alarm starts going off. Natsuki rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. And no wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? Probably because I haven't used the oven in forever. You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses an oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. Tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost, thank goodness. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the whisk and continue with the icing like nothing ever happened. Okay, and another wipe. This game really likes the wipe for transitions, huh? That smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling, warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different colored cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. You probably won't be using it this time, though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever. Huh, I see. That gives me an idea, actually. Well, it's a literature event, right? Well, Literature Club is a part of the festival, but yes. We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. It'd be fun to see people choose their cupcake based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. But that's actually a really cute idea, so... Maybe I'm getting it from you. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Oh, come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you. Huh? Did you say something? No, nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens a nozzle into each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then we get to work. And another wipe. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad's making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Why did we laugh at that? Sayori's the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cupcakes already. Oh yeah, because of her depression she doesn't eat, that's why she's hungry all the time. Huh, that just clicked. Okay. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad cooks, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Oh, are you food deprived too, in some way? Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you'll always have this chance. What do you mean by that? Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. It's just people banging around in my dorm building. I thought somebody knocked on the door. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. I again think back to the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at that point I felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all packed up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Okay, seeing Sayori off. And though it's supposed to be nighttime, it's still clear as day, I see. Just like that, Natsuki is about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that. Did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? No, you did not. Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance? Let it go. It doesn't have to be that way at all. Oh boy. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. Did she really, or are you just saying that? But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that, if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. Do you want to read manga or go out somewhere? Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah. I want to spend more time with you. Viola, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Oh, God, can you please just step back, please? I need my personal space. Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers gently clutch at the sides of my shirt as if holding on to me. Well, this is awkward. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. Do not kiss her, please. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. Really? Dizzy? Why? I've felt it for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori? Oh, hello. I see you decided to drop by. Well, now this is even more awkward. Hi, Viola. Sayori? Just now we weren't, It's okay, Viola. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Yeah, you said that. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. And see what for yourself? That we weren't getting snuggly with Natsuki? Well, see what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki. Well, we almost kissed, so... And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy. Does it? That you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Viola? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear.
Sayori, don't say that.
It's true, Viola. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right.
Monica said what?
I should just...
Monica? Monica was right about what? No, I want to know what she said too. Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. And something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain.
But...
Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her.
I'm scared, Viola. I'm really scared.
What are you scared of, Sayori?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself.
Viola,
I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And...
That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Really awkward for us to be doing that after we almost kissed Natsuki like it was nothing. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. Do you? I don't think you do. And that's what I'm going to give to you. Ooh. Oh, we have a choice. We can say I love you, or you'll always be my dearest friend. Ooh, I want to save, actually, just in case I don't like the answer that I choose here. Both of these seem like awful answers. Because this one is kind of neglecting her feelings. This one, like, can I really say that after she almost saw us kiss Natsuki? Like, that just feels wrong. I love you. Let's go with that one, because I get the feeling I know where this is headed, and, well, I get the feeling it wouldn't have mattered which route I picked. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy.
Viola.
Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me.
Viola, is this really okay?
Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. Also, this is the first time we've seen our character at all. I like that we get to see him at least, well, once. I doubt we'll ever see this kind of perspective again. You'll never have to let go of me again.
I love you, Viola. I want to be with you forever.
Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit.
What is this?
Sayori?
I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Viola.
Oh. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Well, I hope you're ready to take about maybe 3 steps, maybe 2, because I don't think you're going to be able to take that many steps.
Oh, okay. I trust you.
Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh?
What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me.
I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best.
Hey, Viola?
Sayori gazes at me once, smiling sadly.
Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right?
I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori?
I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. Felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me.
Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can comfort her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. Well, it's going to be a very short future. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd walk to school with Sayori. Yeah, I kind of got the sneaking suspicion that she wasn't going to show, and I think I know why. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. You should have probably done that. Well, meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. And Natsuki? What do you mean, and Natsuki? What? But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Wow, we didn't even mention Yuri. Okay. Viola, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the one she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. Wow, really? Okay. So that's the one I'll be performing. Well, you found one that you thought Monica would like, even though we're technically Sayori's boyfriend at this point. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. Really? Okay. You know what? I don't want anything bad to happen to this guy, but then he says stuff like this, and that just makes me hate him and want bad things to happen to him. But of course, the bad thing won't happen to him directly, unfortunately. You'd think that on days like this, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not that simple for her. Yeah, now you feel bad. I only said it because that's the way I'm used to thinking. Yeah, which is why I don't know why you care about her, except, somebody else that you can... Well, anyway. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Viola. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Wait, you know about that? You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? Yeah, kind of surprised Sayori mentioned it at all. That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Monica is being as friendly as usual. For some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Me too. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grab one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? What? I flipped to Sayori's poem. I have a bad feeling. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Ooh, there's not even a legitimate title. Get out of my head, yeah. Get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem was never actually finished. It just stopped moving. No way. It just stopped moving. Oh, I feared this. No. Before I listened to everything she said to me. Is she Monica? Probably. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Viola, what did you do to Sayori, Monica? What's wrong? Nothing. Also, Sayori submitted this poem and you didn't think anything of it, Monica. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? You quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Sure, Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. Excuse me. That's all she needs, and that's all I want to give to her. That's all I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Oh boy, here we go. Honestly, I didn't expect Sayori to be the first death. I expected Monica, but now I see that it's not going to be Monica. Though, I guess it was kind of telegraphed pretty well that it wasn't going to be Sayori. She really is a heavy sleeper. Heavy sleeper. By the way, since I kind of get the feeling that I know what we're going to walk in on, you might want to brace yourself. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? Where are her parents? Now that I think about it, does she live by herself? She's kind of young to live by herself, isn't she? I mean, Natsuki lives with her dad. In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. She's not asleep. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? She really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh god, the music scared me. Jeez. Yeah, I figured. What? What is happening? An exception has occurred. File game/script. Chapter 5, reply line 307. See tracepack.txt for details. Oh, Was there supposed to be dialogue here and now there's not because she, you know? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? Nope. It has to be. It's not. This isn't real. Yes, it is. There's no way this can be real. Believe it. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know it's best and that everything will be okay. And why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Everything. Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. Maybe the other option would have yielded different results. I don't know. I didn't think so. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her, but saying that we consider her to be a good friend, like a cherished friend, wouldn't have helped either. So then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? I guess maybe the other option would have worked better. We can try it, I guess, when I can load my save file. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her. Actually, would that have prevented this? I want to say no, but okay. Walked her to school and remained friends with her like it has always been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. Who you really didn't care about until, like, this past week. But whatever. Semantics. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. That's what you think, dear protagonist. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. Now, I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. Okay, I get it. Ending one of many, probably. Oh, hello. New title screen. The new game symbol seems to be glitched, as well as Sayori's sprite. That's a little unsettling. Wow. Oh, I do have my old save file, so I can just go back and redo my option. So I'm going to do that. File error. Character/Sayori.chr. This file is missing or corrupt. Wait, what? The save file is corrupt. Starting a new game. I'm sorry, what? Oh, and Sayori's dialogue is glitched, and there's this weird music again. See an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Wow, I don't even have the option to skip this, but if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I'd sigh and stand and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Oh, God. Okay. That's unsettling. But now, it's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Oh, the story has changed. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Why not meet other boys? What? Anyway, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Really? Is that all clubs are to you? The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. And this is the part where Sayori would have come in and convinced us to go to the literature club. Somebody's talking to us. Viola? Oh, good God. Oh, hello, Monica. How interesting that your sprite glitched onto the screen. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Yeah. Uh-huh. Monica smiles sweetly. Don't sweetly smile at me, you demon. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... It's not a genuine smile, so... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet? You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Game, stop doing that. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Yeah, Natsuki. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Of course that's what we latch on to. Hey, Viola. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Okay, for one thing, I didn't mention that, so how did you know that? I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse except for the inevitable death that's going to happen. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Haha, awesome. You're really sweet, Viola, you know that? And you're really a demon, you know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Yeah, don't say things like that. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. We probably sold my soul to her, literally. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Does that mean we're a sophomore? Now that I think about it. Because third year would imply junior. And we're obviously not a freshman. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Oh, game, stop doing that. Huh? Hi, Yuri. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Also, why did the screen glitch when Yuri came on the screen but not for Natsuki? Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Viola. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Phone, can you not? So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. A girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Oh, Yuri's been upgraded to vice president. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Viola in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. Yeah, just happened to. I believe that. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? That would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Viola? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you don't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. Did it say before that she was insulted? I don't recall if it did or not, but I feel like that's different. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Viola, what kinds of things do you like to read? Oh, well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Azuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. Okay, so that's still the same from before. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Don't say loop after Sayori killed herself by hanging herself. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. Oh, hey, that's different, because before, Monica did not expect it. It suits your personality. It does, That's... I don't know if I should take that as a good thing. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Give that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your own heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Well, I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri quizzically look at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Oh yeah, that's right. Sayori jumped in with, yeah, let's do it. That's a great idea. Before. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Viola? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Was that piece of dialogue before this line different than it was before? Because I'm trying to spot the similarities and differences, but I don't remember everything that happened in the last timeline. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Viola. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. Oh, that's how you roped me into this time. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival, we won't count. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. Besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. Yeah, for now. So, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you mean that, Viola? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left us after all this, I would be super pissed. Viola, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Viola, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls and kill the rest. Because that's how this game works. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yep, it sure does. Ooh, I unlocked a special poem. Sure, I'll read it. A dream. A dream. I was wandering in an abandoned warehouse last night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sound of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Ooh, whose poem is this? This sounds like a Yuri poem. She was the one I appealed to in the last section. By the way, if you're wondering why I said that when the dialogue in the last video seemed to imply Natsuki, I had to re-download the game and replay it up until this point, and I made a mistake, and I accidentally appealed to Yuri in the last segment where you do the last poem before the glitch happens. So that's why I have this poem, in case you're wondering. Anyway. So, what is, this is a dream about being locked in a container or something? It's obviously metaphorical, because all of Yuri's poems are metaphorical, but I can't really figure out the meaning behind this one. By the way, I should mention, whoever you end up appealing to, that's not Sayori in the depressed part in the last one, you get a special poem for them. The last time I got a special poem for Natsuki that was a lot more straightforward, about her crippling, her deteriorating relationship with her father. This one's Yuri's, obviously. It sounds like it's a poem about drowning in some way. I don't know. Anyway, and just like before, we have the two options of Natsuki and Yuri, but not Monica, because Monica is a demon. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll end this episode here. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if me revealing that I had to replay through the game and that I accidentally messed up and changed things, but I'm not willing to go back and replay through it, and hopefully the recording does not mess up while loading this time, because when it was rendering, Corel Video Studio didn't render it right, and I had deleted my footage of my previous attempt of this, but this is as far as I played up to last time. I've not played past this part, so yeah. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a like. Also be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter. If you want to support my Patreon, all 3 links will be in the description below. And subscribe for more. And if you aren't subscribed or a new subscriber right now, be sure to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload videos. This is Viola Rules, signing off. Talk to you later.